The prison industry in the United States is a massive multi-billion-dollar enterprise. But what exactly does that mean, and who profits from it? We are talking about the prison industrial complex, a term used to describe the overlapping interests of government and industry that use surveillance, policing, and imprisonment as solutions to economic, social, and political problems. When we define the billion-dollar prison industry, we refer not just to the cost of maintaining facilities, but to the vast ecosystem of companies and entities that profit from mass incarceration. The scale of incarceration in the U.S. is staggering, far surpassing other developed nations. This growth has created unprecedented opportunities for businesses. Several factors drive this industry, including tough-on-crime legislation, mandatory minimum sentencing, and the expansion of private sector involvement. The privatization of prisons is a critical component, introducing a direct profit motive into the system, often incentivizing longer sentences and higher occupancy rates. Lobbying efforts by private prison companies and their associated vendors wield significant political influence, often pushing for policies that increase the demand for their services. The industry's economic impact is complex, involving vast expenditures from taxpayers and substantial profits for corporations supplying services and operating facilities. Taxpayers bear the high cost of mass incarceration, while private companies generate substantial revenue from these contracts, creating a clear disparity of benefit. The use of inmate labor, often compensated at extremely low wages, is a major source of controversy and profit, raising ethical questions about exploitation. Beyond economics, the prison industrial complex generates significant social and ethical concerns that affect communities across the nation. The system disproportionately impacts marginalized communities, specifically people of color, intensifying existing racial and economic inequalities. The focus on punishment over rehabilitation often leads to high recidivism rates, creating a revolving door that benefits the industry but fails society. There are viable alternatives and ongoing movements advocating for fundamental justice reform. Decarceration and justice reform movements are gaining momentum, pushing for policy changes that reduce the prison population and shift resources. Investing in rehabilitation, education, and community-based solutions offers a path towards a more equitable and effective justice system. Understanding the scale and dynamics of the prison industry is the first step toward advocating for meaningful change and building a system focused on justice and human dignity.